Now we will start 3.4 Soul Surrender. If my headset will just stop giving me fits. Promises kept. A new day dawns in Ishgard, and the House for Tom's Knight has tidings for you. You are come at a most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage is delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you had been present to receive it, but in any event, Sir Americ de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House Borel, cordially invites you to dine with him at his estate. Think you can give me enough titles? You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, displaying the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? You would ask me, well, I'm sure that as a personal friend of Sir Americ, you're at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man of note could do far worse than an alpine coat. At least that is what Lord Mullane has been heard to say. I assume the same holds true for ladies. When you are ready to pay a report to the Astrologicum, a man of House World shall be waiting there to escort you the rest of the way. What day is that? That'll be Wednesday. So the 19th is Wednesday. So that means that we'll probably be doing a Stream Raiders fights all day Wednesday. Because that will be a PvP day. Greetings and well met. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as head steward of House Borel. Though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. My lord would be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted this invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say a person of action such as yourself enjoys nary a moment's respite. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now. I am sure, but for this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the Horn. I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days. Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey. Nor would I presume to imply otherwise. Neither I nor any man alive can truly understand what you have endured, and I cannot say with any confidence that I would have acquitted myself as well under the circumstances, much less grown stronger for it. By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform.
Sorry about that. Seems that, well, that Streamlabs just wanted to crash on me. Which just goes for par for the course right now, because the headset keeps going nuts of turning itself on and off.
I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you. May I ask a personal question? Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Volton.
Hey, Goosey, how are you?
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
Good news? Well, that's always good.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
For every ending marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did she.
Well, that's good. Congratulations.
Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause. as if by fate.
Step closer of coming out of the 8-year-long retirement. Well, that's good. I'm doing alright. Getting a little annoyed with my headset at the moment, but doing alright.
Yes.
Well, it's not your fault.
Alisaie, Alphinaud's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alisaie took an arrow to the shoulder. 'Twas only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphinaud. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons. Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer. The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Xelphatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
I think I know what dungeon that is. I think I remember that one.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain Whitecape and his Ferugians. Did they not bring Estinian back from the very brink of death? I'm uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we may yet have the power to influence? As Alphno and many others know all too well, there is no rest for the righteous. So the warriors of darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning that they might put her to the sword. Then when we have first encountered them in Lost Nath, when they were confronting Ravana gods, has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphino? There is much more I do not understand, but I know this: a primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alice risks her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Will you accompany me to Xelphatol and help me stop the Ixal's ritual? Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixali homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We've been willing to suffer the Beastmen's intrusions into Coerthan land to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship, Master Alphino. The mountains of Xelphatol are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Merrick, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland after all, and Ixali rituals are not to be underestimated. No, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Xelphatol by way of the mountain pass, east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure you safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Xelphatol. Though my men aren't qualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. Glad of their assistance, Lord Edmont. In the event Mr. Salisay regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Then let's be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Have you everything you require? Then excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Natalan and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of Ixali warriors, I have been informed the House for Tom's Knights have already dispatched them. The enemy gate lies open, we need but walk through. As you see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they're up to something. I don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Zelphatal and aid you as you see fit. Given the numbers we are likely to encounter, a two-pronged approach may be best. While the knights and I feign larger attack to draw the exaltation, I suggest you and yours attempt to slip past their defenses and locate the site of the summoning ritual. If the guards are good, you should only have to deal with some few patrols, but if they are not, you may be forced to do battle with the Warriors of Darkness. Oh, well, let's see how this Stream Raiders fight goes. I need more people. I don't know why he went way up there all first. But that's what he did. Punchy Cat. There we go. There we go. Ah! Stop trying to hit the punchy cat. Oh, that's not Wolf. At least has a nice view for being a lonely place. Wish this queue would go a little bit faster, but... So they're going up here to this fate. What it looked like they were doing. Well, it looked like they were doing what they were actually doing. Two different things. Oh, there we go. Start diving through Xelvatol here. Oh, this one's actually pretty cool. It's kind of a slog to get through, but it is a cool instance. Wait, why am I just... I'm so used to doing... Bard, this is like, I can just basically hit the same couple buttons over and over again. It's like, no, this is... Samurai, I have combos I have to do. Well, at least got some loot out of it. I'd say we're burning through this instance pretty quick. That's what I get for not paying much attention. Man, might as well try and get credit for doing this. Perhaps I need some caffeine. Maybe that's what I need.
Thank the gods! What happened? So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the Primal without us.
You!
right, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumul. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Ascians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiark, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
they're going to shoehorn us out, I guess. You think it could be true that to save the world, they must bring our rune to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever the reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice of the lost, it ends here. Alvin would like nothing more than get out of the snow. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmond of our success, and we, the Lord Commander, more importantly. I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. When we take a moment for yourself, if you wish, I will be at the congregation. Oh. Brings me joy to see you safely return to us. What news from Xelphatal? Then we are not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Tulla has been tending to Mistress Alice in your absence. I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to our room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Xelphatal while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. to deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the Beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the warriors of darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Xelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
Sure you won't.
But Alize, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Would I be right in assuming that you have not spoken with my sister since one of the memorial services, was it? Well, that's what seems a lifetime ago. Should like to think we have both grown since then. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Taro never ceases to impress, though. For a moment, I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12, she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the studio when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered? Sister, please, she was not... Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light? So be it, another time, perhaps. It is an honor. I realize we are barely acquainted, but having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who's ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself in or any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the Waking Sands then and see if Eorzea can be of assistance. Hey, I saw some Vesper Bay tickets. Makes that easy. Why did you do that? I didn't want to do that. Why did you throw it on a whole nother screen? Aren't you apologize for calling upon you unannounced? Why, Master Alpha, no. Would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What brings thee and thine here this day? The Word of Darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I too have heard the tales in recent days of primals beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribes' crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we are fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians do not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the straits of Merithor. Ogummer stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of the Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thy known discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook. Thank you for counsel, Eorzea. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. I shall. If I may, is there anything else you'd like to say? I'll say? If not, then never mind. I would only ask because you normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add. Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Tarkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes. That our worlds might be rejoined, I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I am sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome the Garen Org sees. Maybe you could start there? By thy leave. Yeah, something's up with Orange. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Stone houses this rail have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Well, thanks to that, just when my kobold problems just look like coming to head, the signs of someone's down turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. It's eager to put you to work. So our friendly neighbors in Nogumaro have got more aggressive of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scout spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. We don't know about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger, would you? Our Maelstrom friend seems no more agitated than when we arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? A kobold in the camp, you say? That appeared to corroborate Orange's information, yes, but to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. Gasp! There you are. Please don't harm me. I only want you to talk. Yes, yes, just talk. Well, if you just want to talk, quit running away. That was stupid line. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Gosh, you found me again. What to do, what to do, what to do. I come in peace, only talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, please do not hurt me. So this is our wily kobold imp trader, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah, we've got him. Fine work, scions. So, little one, thought you would sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No, I came to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name? Pigman Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pigman one day. Well met, Gabu. I'm Alphino, and this is my sister Alice. The one who found you is our friend, and now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloden here thinks you want to take his crystals, Gabu. But he said you came to ask for help. Why to us, and not to your own people? What happened? Can you tell us? No one's gonna hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him, beat him, fight him, stop him. Parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace. I don't want to believe it, but I have heard tales of foci fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. My 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. He loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too, so please help stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Advise Master Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to the worst, we will require their support. Timing of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure the crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric discernments had the Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy that they would have even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Times of the essence, we must see what Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where the crystals are stored? I know. Oh, several spots, each defended by a different order. Wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. Together we can take them away and hide them. Come. We'll lead you to the first cache. Quickly, quickly. Do you have them all? Good. Lead. On. This way, this way. We'll do the battle here real quick. Okay. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move to the next cache. Do you hear me, brother? Brother? It's just that. I'm quite certain that crate once bore guardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces. But enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I started magic was traveling to Gorthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ascians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Ascians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? I'll never mind you about that. As Alex said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. Next one's the last one. It's very large, big, very huge, very large. Confounded, what about you? Any luck? Nothing, but this cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spied, spot, saw. Think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is where to and why. The Nogomu were where they summoned Titan once before, and mean to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes. If they had, then you'd have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must reach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals that I might deliver them into Commander Bloden's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. You'll be so kind. Can't probably look for safekeeping brief Commander Bloden on the situation. Before going ahead, as I recall, there's an eighth rate within the government mines that should deliver you to the naval. Dallas knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall join you anon. Stranger, I thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action, but this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed. This way, this way. There's who I'm supposed to talk to. I take it this is the Aetheryte you seek, right then. As soon as Elfnova rise we go, I trust you're feeling suitably heroic. So tell me what sort of resistance we're facing there. Quickly, Buzz, briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delays. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdrall is here, but how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Mother, father. Coke for the furnace, you monster. How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, and that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh. That he may draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. Not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course, cease your attempts to summon your god, and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another piece of abandoned by the overdwellers' convenience? Oathbreakers, all of you, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you've had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our God drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. 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 Wake up, wake up, wake up. Seven hells. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Alpha, no. Leave him to me. He's got a carbuncle on the face. We must away. Why 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplication of the faithful. Worse, being born with such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, it is that, while many crystals are present, they represent but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual. Meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of Aether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Agomaru, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. You know what must be done. Will you face Lord Craggs once more? Yeah, I guess so. Thank you, my friend. Alisaie and I will tend to Gabu when you have finished with the primal. Look for us in Camp Overlook. We'll be expecting you. Okay. Now just wait for this to start. I'm gonna start dinner, because after this quest I'm gonna stop and then go play some Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy over in Discord. Let's see, what shall we have? What shall we have? What shall we have? This sounds good. Spread out a little bit here. That way it cooks a little more evenly. I don't know, I'm almost after him. Well, we're most of the way through the queue, I would say. Or actually, wait, withdraw. No, because I'm going to get Zelfatol, which I don't want. But I am going to try something here. I may be a little low geared for this, but meh. We'll try it all the same. Doing better than I expected. And that's what I feared. Oh, well, never mind. In other words, it's gonna hurt, but... I can't do it solo. Maybe if I had better gear, but I just do not. If I beat this, it's gonna be close. Shit! I got worried about the explosion and son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm not doing this on my own. It just... If I had more better gear and it wasn't so close, maybe, but as it stands, just no. Go turn camera off and eat. There we go. That sage is being real reckless where their placement is. And there we go. Okay. Oh, why don't I just teleport over there? That'd be faster. Ah, there she is. Did I not tell you she would return safe and sound? The deed is done then. Titan is no more? Good, there's been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence, should that prove to be the case. He must be to put to death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But let's not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared the Assail's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Well, let's take a look and see if there's anyone out there to raid. We'll raid Ares. We'll move over, go ahead and copy and paste this into chat. I'd like to thank you all for joining here this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.